Hello and welcome. This is another trading video by Black Bear Dog Trading. It is Monday, January 13th already. Last Friday I showed you how I trade using the MACCI trading method, which is my preferred trading method. I showed you how I open a position, what I do with once the position is open, how I set my stop loss, how I take partial profit, what I do once I take a partial profit to ensure I no longer have any chance of having a losing trade. And this method works remarkably well. As you can see right here, I have in total 16 trades that I did using the MACCI trading method, and applying it in the way that I showed you in last Friday's video, resulting in just over $750 in profit. I only had, if I scroll down gently, I had, not counting finances, I had a loss here, and I had a loss here, and that is it. So in 16 trades, I suffered only 2 losses, which amounts to having a profit margin of 87.5%. I mean, that's pretty darn good if you ask me. But yet, there's a problem with this. While I am not at all complaining, there is a problem with this. And the problem is that the profits that I make, or that I show here at least, are not big enough, other than the 188 right here. For 14 days of work, so far I've produced $750. Considering all things remain equal for the rest of the month, it means I would have made about $1,500 in profit by end of the month. And equally considering that's part of that money I live off, other part of that money I use for investing, that's not going a heck of a long way, especially not in today's financial climate. So there is actually a change that I make to my MACCI trading strategy that ensures me that I make much larger profits. And I'm going to share that with you today. The routine is exactly the same as I showed you on Friday. The only thing is the configuration is a little different, but everything else stays the same. So let me start by going through the setup module first. Click on the smiley face to enter setup, and I have the MACCI. Anything here, by the way, above doesn't. I changed by increasing my risk percentage, and I set that to 40 instead of 10. I know that's very high, but that allows me to trade larger lot sizes while giving me still some leeway to not blow up my account by paying attention to what I'm doing. Pardon me. That's the first thing I changed. Then after that, I leave my MACCI trading routine as the one that I want. And here I made changes. To my fast MA, I set it to 5. Leave everything else the way it is. I set my slow MA from the original 13, I believe it was, or 20, excuse me, to 34. And I leave everything else as is. And I modified the CCI from 20 to 34 as well. Other than that, everything in the CCI stays the same. Then I scroll and I set my arrow distance to 50, and I'll explain in a minute why. And then I adjusted also the set reward risk ratio. I set it to 2, while before it was 1. I do not adjust the stop loss. And other than that, I set my take partial profit, which was defaulted 50. And I changed to 75 when I did the actual strategy last Friday, to now $250. Other than that, I don't change anything else. And I click on OK to activate that new setting. Then I changed all the time frames on my chart. The weekly chart now becomes monthly time frame, the daily becomes the weekly, and the 30-minute becomes the daily. Hence why I set 50 pips above or below the candle to display the arrow when I have a possible entry position. I also updated the period chart to 1 day so that this matches with the actual order chart. Then I updated the CCI on the chart to reflect the period of 34, as well as being set to the typical price. So it matches what I have in the setup, typical price, period 34. And because the indicators, the moving average indicators, are not drawn in by the bot, I manually adjusted those to reflect that they match the setup of the setup module of my bot. So, and I'll show you, the slow moving average has now become 34 and simple, and the other moving average, if I can grab it from here, yeah, there you go, is now 5 and simple. And that is only so visually it matches what I have on my actual setup. So with that done, I am now ready to trade. And as you see, I entered the trade already, and now my stop loss is a bit larger, but my take profit is also larger. Now, once I reach $250, it will the bot will automatically notify me that I have a $250 take profit, and then it's up to me which one of the two levels I want to take, 50% or 75%. At the moment, I am at $137 in profit, and I'm continuing to let this go. One thing I've never talked about is the L option. Once you're in an order, allows you, when you click on it, it allows you to adjust the, what happened now? Now it's not functioning. I guess it disabled it. But that allowed me to adjust the lot size. And the drawback with using this feature directly on the bot is that every time you adjust a lot size in MetaTrader 4, it will first close the original order and then open up a new order with the new lot size. The drawback there is that you each time start the new order at a loss to make up for the spread that the broker charges. So this defeats the purpose. In stock trading, this is called as laddering, where, for example, I just give an example, you want to buy Tesla stock and you start off with, I just say an amount, 10 shares. As Tesla moves into a certain direction that you anticipate and you feel good about where it's heading, you add an additional 10 shares and now you own 20 shares, and you continue until you get to some point and then you decide to liquidate everything, and now you have originally started with 10 shares, and let's say in the end you have 50 shares, and you liquidate your 50 shares, and you made some good money there. Unfortunately, with Forex trading, especially with the MT4 platform, I don't know about other platforms, but with the MT4 platform, that is not possible. So this L, which allows you to adjust the lot size right on the chart, will negate the, will close basically the open order that you already are in, and then create a new order. Again, it defeats the purpose because, yeah, you start again from a loss, and you have to first recoup that, and then you go into, if the trade goes according to your direction, chosen direction, only then will you get into profits again. So a much better alternative is to do what I did here, which by immediately increasing my risk percentage, which will then automatically give me a much larger lot size to trade with. Other than that, everything stays the same. Now, why did I change to a 34 simple moving average? Well, that is where I start making the larger amounts of money. It is partially because I increased my lot size. It's partially because I went onto a daily chart because the runs are much longer, as you can tell. I mean, when you look at this, you know, right over here, for example, where price originally dipped below and then this simply continued. Look at this run. I mean, in all, if I were to analyze this, let me check it like this. This is so far a total of 9,000, over 9,000 pips. Now, I personally, I don't calculate anything pips, or very little at least, but that's just to give you an indication. Now, of course, this is not a one day. This is over a period of 2 months. But if I were to take that same chart, and let's do it on this chart here, and set it to the 30 minutes the way I had it before, you still have a run, which is pretty good. Let me change it to a candle so it matches what I have over there. There you go. It is still pretty nice, but the run is definitely shorter. And while here on the actual trading chart, I am still below the 34 MA. On the 30-minute chart, I am now already above the 34 MA. So this would have already ticked me out, and the run is a lot shorter. And I have right here, let me draw a line right there. You can easily tell I had right here a very, for quite some time, because each candlestick here is 30 minutes, I had a consolidation happening where price just yo-yoed back and forth. I just say an amount for argument's sake, $100, $90, $100, $90, so forth, so forth, so forth. So, you know, really, if I have to be blunt about it, a waste of my time. And I really don't want to do that. So by setting this to a much longer time frame, I then automatically get a much longer run. And basically that is what I'm after, and that is what I want to do. So by having a daily chart, every candle is 1 day, and it just continues my direction. I stay in the trade, and as long as it does not go above the 34 and the CCI does not go into, in this case, since I'm in a sell position, into the buy zone, I stay in this trade even when the market retraces all the way up here, because when I analyze this point with the CCI, I am not above, I am not in the buy zone considering I have a sell trade. I am still within the sell zone. I stay in this trade, and the only thing that I now do differently is that ever so often I will take my partial profit, and the partial profit is based on support and resistance levels. For example, my initial profit would have been taken right around here. Okay, considering we entered the sell position here, my initial partial profit would have been taken here. Then once I passed that, I would have taken my second partial profit right here. A third one I would have taken right around here. So you see how this goes. Now, once I pass the what seems to be the last support level here, then it's just a matter of using your common sense. Clearly, when I look at this, I can see right here I have a bit of consolidation. So I would have taken another partial profit just in case, because that may indicate price is retracing and may now go above the 34 SMA. In my case, that's not what happened. It continued downwards, so I just stay in the trade, and at certain random intervals, there is no science to this, I take profit. And as you see, again, like I said, I'm right now at 137, and we'll see. I let it go further, and I wait until it literally hits my final take profit where it closes my order. I know this is a bit of a winding video and it may be a little tough for you to grasp, so please review this several times if you have to, but this is my 100% routine for making $400, $500, $600 trading profits per day. If you add that up, that's roughly $3,000 a week. That is about $12,000 per month, and I do this consistently. So now you know how this works. My advice though is please do not jump in a live account. Try this out demo trading first, and once you have the hang of it, then I see no reason why you can't duplicate this and be profitable just the way I am. So that is it for today. Take care of yourselves. If you've been affected by the fire at all, please stay safe. Know that our hearts go out to you, and yeah, God bless, really. Take care. Bye.